Hi everyone, this is Diego speaking. So thanks a lot for stopping one more time by this YouTube channel. If you have subscribed already to this channel, but if you did not do that, please I'm going to encourage you to consider to do that because he is gonna help you to get information you might need for your courses. I mean during this long way that you'll be taking for the DV lottery program. Okay. So today I just wanted to explain to you how you get to know that an interview has been scheduled for you to go to the embassy to process after you realize that you have been selected for a particular fiscal year. Normally, once an interview has been scheduled for you, it means that a visa has been allocated for you. It's up to you now to go for the interview and then to convince the consular officer for that visa to be issued to you. But now the thing is how you can get to know that an interview has been scheduled for you. Normally, KCC at some point will send an email to you letting you know that an interview has been scheduled for you and for you to be to see all the details regarding as to when and where to go for that interview, all the details that you need to know. They'll send a link so you can click, and that link will direct you to the website which is named dvprogram.state.gov, but that is the correct website, the address of that website. And that address it's already known to you because it's the one that helped you to know if you have been selected. All right, so remember the first day when you realize that you have been selected, the address, the website that you use is the one that helps you to know that you have been selected, and that letter that you saw showing that you have been selected is the one that we call first notification letter. So it's the one that notifies you that you have been selected. Remember, you use a website which is dvprogram.estate.gov to know if you have been selected. But now in a normal way, in a normal year, KCC will send an email to you explaining to you that an interview has been scheduled to you, and then you have to use that website to go see the details about the website. But unfortunately, and what I'm talking about unfortunately because that is what happened to other people, for some reason that you and I do not know, KCC did not send an email to those selected, to those selectees, to the guy that have been selected, that an interview has been scheduled for them. So the guys, they've been there waiting, calm and collected, crossing their fingers, waiting for that particular email. Unfortunately, that email did not come to them, but an interview has been scheduled for those guys. And guess what? The time they got to know that an interview has been scheduled for them, it was too late already, because some got to know about it few days before even the actual day of the interview, meaning that it was totally impossible for them to go to do that interview because they did not take time to go for the medical, so it was over for them. And others got to know about the date of that interview after the fiscal year was already finished. So I would say after September, in October. Can you see how tough it is? So people, I mean, they just were screwed up because of something. It was a mistake on the KCC side, but unfortunately, those guys, they were not smart enough. That is the reason why they found themselves in that situation. So the purpose of this video is to alert you, to give you some tactics as to what you can do, not to only rely on what KCC might send to you. I'm saying might because they might not do that. They usually do that, but they might not do that. That's what I'm saying. You don't only need to rely on what KCC might send to you as email telling you that an interview has been scheduled for you. So you got to be proactive. And the best way for you to be proactive is to constantly, in a regular basis, check if you got that letter. And the only way to see that the interview has been scheduled to you is by going to this website, dvprogram.state.gov. It's the same website that you use to punch to check if you have been selected. But this time around, you're not going to play the DV. I mean, you're not going to enter the detail to apply for DV lottery. You'll go to where it says, "Oh, check status," because you are checking the status of your case. All right. So once you click on that link. I mean, you open the website and then you go to check status. It will give you another form which will ask you to obviously put the confirmation number that you have been given the day you applied your DV lottery. That number, remember, is a combination of digits and letters. So you're gonna punch that confirmation number, and it's going to ask you for your family name. All right. It will ask you for your date of birth, the year, and lastly, it will ask you to provide a, they call it it's a kind of special characters. It's a mixture of letters and numbers. You got to put them together once they appear. So it's a picture that will appear on your screen. You just have to repeat those pictures to punch them as they appear, and then once you go to once you submit those characters that will show below your screen, and if it happened to be true, and if you have been selected, now this is what is going. I'm not talking about selection, but I'm talking about if you have been scheduled for the interview. So if you have been scheduled for the interview, you will see the writing that you saw the first day that shows you that you have been selected. Those will change. They're not going to mention about you being selected anymore, because that is over already. That step is already over, which lets you aware that you have been selected. Now it's going to change from that letter, from that notification letter, to the second notification letter. And the second notification letter is the interview letter that notifies you that, you know what, you have been now selected to move away. To move on the next step, which is the interview. And obviously it is going to mention the place of your interview. It's going to mention the date of the interview and the time of that interview has to take place. So this is the meaning of being proactive. You don't need to only rely on KCC to receive a letter or an email from KCC telling you that your interview has been scheduled. Be proactive yourself from time to time. Keep on checking in that website, and once you are scheduled for the interview, you might receive that email or not, but definitely you will be aware of the time, the date, and the location. The precise information will be there on that paper. That is the second notification letter, and then you can start preparing yourself to avoid to be caught, being surprised, as some have been surprised, and unfortunately they did not manage to make it to the United States of America. So this is how you can know that an interview has been scheduled for your case. Please, if you like this video, guys, I'm going to please ask you just one thing. Subscribe to this YouTube channel, because these kind of informations, you'll get them here. These are fresh informations. They are genuine. This is what I did, and this is what so many people have done. They've been smart enough to get to know that an interview has been scheduled for them without them having to rely totally on KCC. That can unfortunately at some point forget to let you know that you have been scheduled for the interview. So please, this kind of information, you'll get them here, and the only thing to do is to subscribe to this channel so that next time when I drop a video, you are going to be alerted. Stay tuned. See you in the next video. Subscribe and turn on your notification bell. Bye.